Alright guys, here we are in my husband's shop, but it's our shop, it's my shop too. And I am going to be making a simple nativity set for a friend, and I wanted to show you how you can make it too if you wanted to learn how to make a really simple nativity set. So what you need, and excuse the mess here, we've been doing a lot of work in our shop. So I have some board here. It's just pine, it's blue pine, so from that beetle kill. You have these neat pine look with the blue grayish look that comes from that pine beetle. So this will be worth something someday. Who knows? So I have boards, I have contact paper, this is really important, something to write with, and then I have my design. So as you can see, it's super simple. I got this from a friend who had a larger one, so I'm making really small ones for just smaller places. And you just take this design, so you would take maybe your original and you would just freehand this, and then once you get it how you like it, you take your paper, put it face up, find your contact paper, the black in this case is the bottom, and your wood here, and you just lay it on top of it here. And then you take your pen and you just trace it. Alright, so take that off and you'll see. So this is what it looks like. So in my opinion, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's a crack in there, you can see. We'll see how this turns out. I was just showing this as an example. This is actually going to be the side that I'm going to cut on. And thankfully Joseph is far enough into that crack that I think it's going to be just fine. We can fill it with some putty later. So that is step one of making your nativity. Let's move on to step two, which is going to be using the bandsaw to cut it. So we have a very dirty, dusty shopsmith here. My husband loves to work in this shop. And it is small, and we have 3 kids. So just like the house, it takes a lot of work to keep it clean. Almost too much work, just like the house, if you want to get anything done. So we have it clean enough. Here is the bandsaw. This is what a bandsaw looks like. And we have the blade set in there. It should cut it just fine. I love shopsmiths. They can hook up to bandsaws. This can also be a jointer. We've got a lathe here that can turn into like a table saw. It's just, I would highly recommend it. We found ours off Facebook down in Colorado. So if you keep an eye out, you can probably find one yourself. So they're super handy to have in a shop. Alright guys, let's get started here. We have the bandsaw all set up, and I have my ear protection. So I will mute you so you don't have to worry about your ear protection. And I don't have to go through all the safety things for you. Just watch your fingers if you were to do this. Watch. Make sure that it's not connected in the wrong place. It's all set up right already. Thank you, husband. And I would recommend using eye protection. I typically always have eye protection on, but this time I'm gonna use these cool things. They're like, can hardly. Alright, so here's our rough pieces. We got done bandsawing them. Any of these harder corners like this, I would go in a couple times and then I try to X out. I'd go in as an X and try to X out the lines I made. I kind of showed you that in that video where I went straight forward and then I just X'd it out. So we're going to take a sander to this and try to sand off some of the rough edges here. So let me show you this. You could take these and just use hand sandpaper. Just sand them with your hand. And that wouldn't take too long if you have the right kind. So, some pretty rough sandpaper. And just keep going back and forth. And in all honesty, this is going to be a really, really good, effective way to get some of those out. My kid is over there chatting with his neighbor friend. Hold on a second. But what I want to do with this is kind of smooth out some of those edges a bit quicker. And I'm going to put on the sanding disc. Here it is. Alright, so here's where you're going to connect that to that hole. And you see this little screw right here that tightens and loosens it. Finger. This is the thing that tightens. Scoop this over just a little bit. I'm going to disconnect it from the bandsaw, which is right over here. Bring it closer. Tighten that. Here we go. So on here it talks about, it has labels for like jigsaw sanding discs. So you always want to adjust it. It's a lot like a bike when you're moving, when you're pedaling a bike with gears, you want to adjust it while you're moving it, not without moving. So turn it on. It's spinning this way. Little pieces are really hard. right, so this thing is great. It would fit in there really nicely. So you can see it did a really good job so far. So next is this little spot. So it's getting there.